Via Princessa. Mr. Drew, sir, would you come up here, please?
Trucks have landed. The Via Princessa extension, it's called the Via Princessa East extension. On the 5th of September, they held their first EIR public outreach meeting in the Century Room at City Hall. The EIR copies are available on the city website, and I read some of it. It's pretty lengthy, but we went to the meeting. Merle and I went to the public meeting, and James Chow and the project manager, whose name escapes me at the moment, and a lady from the EIR company, and it's the normal environmental report company that the city uses. It's the exact same company that's prepared the EIR. There's been several scoping meetings held about this extension of Via Princessa. The scoping meetings have been held with most of the HOAs around the Rainbow Glen Via Princessa area, and they started in October 2009. Right now, we're in the middle of a 60-day review process of the EIR, which started on August 16th, and it ends on October 15th. So anybody with any kind of comments on the EIR, they have to be submitted by October 15th. There's one more review meeting, which will be held on September 27th, as Al said. It'll be at 6 p.m. in the Century Room of City Hall, which is the room right behind the council chambers. The new road that they're proposing is a 1.2-mile extension of Via Princessa from Rainbow Glen to Golden Valley Road. It's planned to be 6 lanes wide, have a median, bike lanes, and sidewalks. It's like 119 feet footprint for a 1.2 miles. The road's part of the city's new general plan. It's not called One Valley, One Vision any longer. It's called the general plan. And eventually connect the Via Princessa and Wiley Canyon through this in the Circle J area as soon as they finish cleaning Whitaker Burmite, or I'm sure if they could get it sooner, they will. But right now, Whitaker Burmite stands in the way of connecting the rest of the road. So right now, the road only goes from Rainbow Glen to Golden Valley. Some of the topics that were brought up at the meeting was the traffic impact of Isabella Parkway, which is the road that runs parallel with Rainbow Glen, and it's become a cut-through street. And so most of the people there were there to complain about the traffic issues on Isabella Parkway, and they were differing with what the engineers feel is going to be traffic on Isabella Parkway because of the increase in traffic. The city says there won't be a significant increase. The people on the street beg to differ. There will not be any left turn access onto Isabella Parkway once the new road's in because of a median that will be there. So there's only one way in, one way out of Isabella Parkway. Another topic was people brought up was the pedestrian traffic, especially during school times because of La Mesa Junior High School and Golden Valley High School when the kids are around there. Basically what they want to do is with a 6-lane road, it's turning it into another Soledad Canyon. It's eventually going to go clear across the valley, which is another main thoroughfare east-west. And so the people brought up the concern of the pedestrian traffic. Other people brought up the concern of what kind of development was going to go along the roadway, which they stated nothing's planned at the present time. But everybody knows eventually there will be development. But I'm sure most of that depends on whenever Whitaker Burmite finally gets cleaned up. The location of the roadway is going across the property owned by NTS, which is Farms developer, and they've got a lot of contaminated soil there. They've cleaned up some of it, but then the road's eventually going, like I state, through Whitaker Burmite. So it's going across, going to end up going across some contaminated land and also past contaminated areas, which could, should and could be some concern to a lot of people. Now, Merle went with me to the meeting, and he asked one question. He was talking about air pollution and what kind of air pollution this road's going to create. He says, because at Golden Valley there will be a signal, which is another signal on our new Cross Valley connector, and when trucks get stopped at that signal going uphill, what kind of pollution are these trucks going to spew out of their tailpipes when they have to go from a dead stop up the hill? So that was a concern that Merle brought up. They also said that in the EIR that the air quality impact is going to be significant, especially during construction, from the dust and also the equipment fumes. So they also, the noise quality is going to be a significant impact during construction. Even they're required to put up a sound wall along where all the homes are on the, I believe it's on the north side of the road. They're going to put up the sound wall, but it's still going to be quite a bit of sound and everything coming from there. I had a question. They have an alternative route that's in the EIR also, and that's due to the fairy shrimp and some vernal pools that are in the area that do fill up once in a while with rainwater. And then these fairy shrimp, I guess, stay dormant in the soil until there's some water around. And I guess they could be some kind of endangered species. So they had to come up with an alternative route, too, if they're not allowed to go straight across, which would go up to Robert C. Lee Parkway, which is the road that takes you to Golden Valley High School. And all the people in this meeting were all from Isabella Parkway. So my question was, with your alternative route, how many people did you notify on Robert C. Lee Parkway that you were having a meeting? And of course the answer was, we didn't notify them. So anyway, but that's the alternative route, that it would go up there. So there's two plans. They're taking comments on the EIR up until October, and they're having the one meeting on the 27th. Says the funding just for the studies still won't even come about until 2015. I'm sure it's attached to the grants that they've got to start on the bridge over the 14 freeway. It's pretty coincidental that the funding wouldn't be around, so I'm sure that's where it's coming from. But he also stated there's no funding for construction. So they're doing the EAR, and they want to present it to the City Council probably first of the year, soon afterwards, for certification and all that. But then they're going to take the EIR and put it on the shelf. And it'll sit until they get some money to put the road across. So the project's still a matter of years away. And for more info, go to the city website and read the EIR, make your comments, attend the next meeting on the 27th, and keep watching, and more will come about, I'm sure. But eventually the road will go through because it is on the general plan. That's all I got, Al. Any questions?
Yeah, I have one. Hey, Rick, can you submit your questions to the EIR online?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.